Hello, it's Dave March, the Spot Guy, and this is my second Lunch with the Ledge episode ever. Oh, look at me. I don't have my XSplit VCam on, so why don't I do something about that? Where is... There it is. Update now. Cancel. Anyways, well, I didn't have much to say today. I just wanted to come on to like stuff like you need to do this every time here. So I'm going through this garbage bag here, and I'm just going to go through some stuff that when my father died, I had this. I took a lot of stuff with me, and a lot of it's just kind of like junk that really I thought might mean something, might be valuable, might not be. But let's see what kind of stuff that I need to get rid of here. So I got some Canadian flags that were part of his collection of, mainly from his Navy, from his yachting days. I'm keeping. But what else do we have here? What is this? Check this out. It's a very nice, like cover thing. Could be kind of neat. But there's this like old radio, realistic AM FM from Radio Shack. I'm getting rid of it. I might keep this kind of case though. Check this out. Headphone jacks from for I don't think they're working, or maybe they are, but I guess not. There is a guy who comes along who does like picks up metal junk cleanup. So I will put this in the. I got a box. I'll be right back. Call the metal pickup guy to come by and pick up this radio and the headphones sometime soon. So that goes here for the metal guy. I do like this kind of the satchel thing. Probably going to be useful for something. Keeping that for now. Making some progress on getting rid of shit or stuff. Ooh, look at that. This is an old Brownie camera, completely and utterly useless. Made in Canada by the Canadian Kodak Company. Let's see, go online here. Target 16 camera. Camera. For sale on eBay. $28. Ha. No, thank you. To the junk pile. Binocular. Oh, look at that. Camera. It's another picture camera with a nice little case. I won't keep it. We need the one. A Vitorette. Vogue Handler Vitorette camera. Honto 125, and it's kind of like this. It's got like a Kodak box in it. Vitorette. Let's see what this goes for. I'm just checking it out. Vitorette camera. A stapler. Broken. Tape. Garbage. Yes, we are doing the spring cleaning on today. Okay, I'll be keeping this. Why not? Something to do when I'm like waiting for the loading screen. Coasters. Various paintings from times. Yeah, I'll keep those. Put them on the main table out there. Sure, my father picked them up somewhere along the line. Plastic piece of junk. What else we got here? Ooh, one of my baby shoes. I guess I'll keep keep that. Throw that in there for now. What do we got here? metal piece of generic metal, kind of like, a card holder. So remember when you used to have cards and stuff like that? You put them on the card holder, and flip through to the metal guy. My father got this for 25 years of dedicated service from Roman Robert March, 1993. His golden handshake from Master University where he worked. Kind of, it's a clock. It's not working. I had it actually. It's kind of gold leaf plated. I had it appraised. Kind of. It was like $20, I think, was what it was worth. You know what? It's kind of neat. So I'm going to keep that. And I have this kind of like section of shelving that I have for metals, for like old stuff. I'll keep that there. Paintbrush. What do we got in here? Cufflinks. Gold. Oh, I'm keeping those. They're from his. My father was an Army officer in the Royal Canadian Air Force. I don't have many of his stuff from when he was in it. I had like his hat. It got lost. But here is his Royal Canadian Air Force cufflinks. And, there's a tiny picture of me as a baby. Okay, I'll keep those. I always loved this letter opener from when I was a kid because it had all the money in it. I guess I'll keep it. Put it on the pencil sharpeners. There is some sort of silver mug for baby. Like I said, I'll put that with my other stuff. What else we got here? Scissors. Some sort of British soldier. I think it came from England, but I'm not that big a deal for that one. Some sort of pouch from Cuba. I don't know what that's for. Broken glasses. Another piece of metal. Old-timey watch. Completely broken. Kind of bronzed. Pocket watch. Would have been a prop for a game, I think. It comes with a little little knife set. I'll put that in the to-go pile and weird jewelry. Okay, well, so much for spring cleaning. If it's working, you can. One of those cameras goes for $100 on eBay, or most of it is just kind of junky stuff. So, what else did I do? A friend of mine, Lewis, managed to get me a copy of a special stream from Warner Brothers for Kong versus Godzilla. Highly recommend the movie. Go watch it. A great time. Exactly kind of what we want. It's kind of interesting to watch these Warner Brothers monster movies as they progressively get better over time as opposed to worse. They're building on the mythology of their world. We didn't get really too much into the like at the end of the third movie, we get all the monsters are creating new technologies and new life and making things better for the world, like replanning the world based on this. We don't get, I guess not really spoiler warning, but they're focusing on the two big monsters. So we don't get to hear about what those are going on. And it doesn't not necessarily seem to be the change. Those changes are having an effect just yet. But then again, watching that movie, it's like within that tail credit sequence, it's less of a thing. I don't want to. I'll probably do a review later on it, but I do appreciate the fact that we finally have the monster movie where you're going like they're not cutting to the humans every single time. You actually get knocked down, drag out fights. It's like they figured it out. We're here to see Godzilla and King Kong. We are not here to see humans. We get to see humans every day, except for right now, because, the world is screwed up. What else is there? So I've been thinking. I went down to Best Buy a few weeks ago to get a new computer bag, and there was a what is it? And I got one, but I was looking at all the TVs there, and I was like, 65-inch TVs for $500. Holy crap, 500 Canadian. Now I looked into that one today, kind of doing some comparison shopping. I was like, you know what, maybe I do have a bit of money. Maybe I'll spend and drop no more than $1,000 to get a new TV. And I was looking at the different types of technology and wanted to make sure I made the right kind of choice. And whether, because right now I'm running a 43-inch, and I was like, oh, wow, this was so big back in the day. And now it's like, 55, 65 inches like the new standard. There's 70-inch TVs. Like, holy crap. Just, you don't mount them on the wall anymore. They are the wall. So looked into it a bit. New TV. So flat screen, for a few years there, the curvature screen was all the rage, and we were going to get higher definition and got more information out of these curved screens. And so went on the research today to find out what's going on with them. And they're like, for televisions, they suck. They make no real difference. And in fact, they're usually worse because you only get the benefit of the curvature if you're really close and you're like it's dominating your field of vision. So it works great for computer monitors. So next time I probably will get one of those, and it actually is easier on your eyes, because normally when you're at a computer monitor, you're like right here. My computer monitor is 2 feet from my face versus my TV, which is 15 feet away from my face. The other thing is that curved monitors they tend to attract a lot more light. So you're getting a lot more glare, especially I have a lot of nice windows that dominate my place, but they do take up a lot of light. They cause a lot of glare at certain times of the day. The other problem is only the person who's really a dead center is getting the benefit of the curvature, versus if you're a guest on the outside, you're not going to get anything. So you're best off just getting a TV that way. So that's why if you go into the store like I did, you'll be seeing like row after row of these 65-inch curved TVs going for discount prices, because no one's making them anymore. They were kind of a fad, and now the fad's over, and people have discovered there's no real benefit. So lessons learned. I'm not buying that one. But yeah, I want to get I'm tired of using my Fire Stick and not getting the right work out of it. So I'm thinking of getting getting a Roku TV, and that way not have to worry about arguing with the Fire Stick. I'll put the Fire Stick in my bedroom, and then maybe I'll start using the bedroom TV, which never gets used for various reasons. So that's what I'm looking at that. I did spend some time watching some Netflix shows this weekend. I finally saw Bill and Ted's third movie. It's hard to say. Okay, so I went to see both of them with my friends and my father back in the day, and we all loved both Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey. And Bogus Journey is like the perfect sequel. Like, how often you get the sequel that's better than the original and ends off the series. And now you got this one here from the third movie made 30 years later, or 25 years, whatever it is. And you're having all these problems of Bill and Ted have not made it, and they handle some things rightly, but it's just like, how do you improve upon the original? Unfortunately, I felt third movie was not as good. And I think one of the big reasons for it is that they really didn't use the historical character to best effect. There's no scene like Genghis Khan going through the shopping mall and interacting with modern technology, like doing his backflip while armed to the teeth on a skateboard in this movie. And I think that's the real problem is what made Bill and Ted so interesting was, hey, well, let's go bring back these, we'll bring these, Napoleon goes to the restaurant, or that. There's just there's no interaction with, or we lost all the historical figures. What do we do? It's concentrating on, it kind of got bloated, too many characters, too many things. Station doesn't come back. God is like, that was kind of the thing. They go back to hell again, but it's just like too many characters, not enough. But they didn't know what to do with all the characters they had, and it just not as much fun. So like, and the stakes are different. It's like, really, you haven't saved the world yet? Like, there's no bad guy here trying to make a new future. There's like time travels going up this way and that way, and we have the daughters come in, and it's like I remember the Great One, first meeting the Great Ones, and then so we had that. I like that nod to Rufus in this, but it was just there's just too many characters and not enough things to do with them. That's my problem. The first movie's a much tighter script, and this kind of was bloated and all over the place. And so, hey, you got yourself a Bill and Ted's review here in the middle of my stream for no particular reason. I give it 65 out of 100. I watched another show this weekend. I'm probably going to do a more interesting review on that one called what was it I called it? It's called The Irregulars. It's a British TV show set in a fantasy Victorian England with magic and Sherlock Holmes. And it's a young adult show. It's pretty good. I really liked it. But if you're a Sherlock Holmes purist, and I have a lot of friends who are, I'm not too sure how they're going to react to this show. It's going to be like, you're either going, I think this is one of those shows you're going to love it or hate it. But if you are looking for a show much like House of Keys or whatever it was on Netflix last year, this is kind of a good one like that. Like I said, I'll do a bit more of a review on that one later. What else is there going on? I will watch another Netflix documentary that I watched that's really good is The Last Blockbuster. It's all the story about this Bend, Oregon, I believe it is, which has the last blockbuster in the world. And all the people that kind of go there trying to save it. And it's still apparently open under the pandemic. And they do pickups at the store, and then just talk about this kind of lifestyle that used to be a Blockbuster Video. And now you can go there and relive the magic. And I don't really remember too much magic at Blockbuster, but they did talk about how Netflix did not kill Blockbuster. It was the 2008 financial crash, because Blockbuster was in a place that they could have been streaming. And if the crash had come a year later, Blockbuster would probably be we would be all watching Blockbuster right now instead of Netflix. It's entirely possible, or be at least there would have been much more of a competing services. There would have been two major services streams coming out of out of there, and a lot of places would have been still having Blockbuster. And it was just this bad fortune of the financial credit crisis coming at a time when Blockbuster was retooling versus that. So. That's kind of the thing that interested me, but I do recommend people go watching it. I don't have a separate review on that one, but I probably will soon enough. I just wanted to come on here and talk for 30 minutes and put this out here. So Steph and I have some shows that we're trying to talk about and get going, and we're still once again, I went out here without a glass of water to help me get through the stream, but Steph and I have been talking about doing some shows. I'm also talking with Kev about doing a show with him, and because their schedules seem to be best for them on the weekends, but they also have all their Planet of the Nerds streams they're doing, and so it looks like we're going to try and do stuff to tape and then come back to it. So Kev wants to do a show, and we want. He's like, the problem is that my co-hosts haven't seen anything. I want to watch all these talk about all these Rutger Hauer movies, but no one's ever seen them. I'm like, I've seen all those movies. Let's do that show. So we're not too sure what's going to have. Maybe The Legend of the Orc, and we'll do Rutger Hauer retrospectives of places like Blind Fury was a movie he wanted to talk about. I like. Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive. Here's some of the movies we could definitely watch. Maybe we could do the top 5 Rutger Hauer movie comparisons and such. Because one of the movies here, sorry, get back into his, looking at all the stuff that he was doing in the 2000s, and we're like, no, we want to talk about the stuff that happened in the 80s. So let me go back to the beginning here. So we could talk about like the Osterman Weekend, Nighthawks. What a movie to talk about. People talk about Blade Runner, of course, but like we could do the top 5 Rutger Hauer movies that are not Blade Runner. That might be Inside the Third Reich, where he was Albert Speer. And the more obscure we can go, the better. Like the Hitcher, of course, Lady Hawk, The Blood of Heroes, Split Second, the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Crossroads, which I own a copy of, Fatherland. Yeah, so there's just all these shows that he did in the 1990s and 80s that we completely have forgotten about, except for me and Kev. So that's kind of a show I'm going to pitch to him as soon as I get off the stream. Well, I've been talking about 20 minutes now, and I actually do have to go out and do a couple other things. But I just wanted to come out and do the Lunch with Ledge stream that I've been promising people that I'll do more with. So it's been great talking to the emptiness of the internet, and I'll be leaving this live stream here for now. Okay, bye. The stream won't stop immediately. You're not going to be live. Yes.